Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins, silently closing her bedroom door, leaving the note that she hoped would say more. She goes downstairs to the kitchen, clutching her handkerchief, quietly turning the back door key. Stepping outside, she is free. She, we gave her most of our lives, is leaving, sacrificed most of our lives. Home, we gave her everything money could. She is leaving home after living alone for so many years. Father snores as his wife gets into her dressing gown, picks up the letter that's lying there. Standing alone at the top of the stairs, she breaks down and cries to her husband, "Daddy, our baby's gone." Why would she treat us so thoughtlessly? How could she do this to me? We never thought of ourselves, is leaving, never a thought for ourselves. Home, we struggled hard all our lives to get. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Friday morning at 9 o'clock, she is far away, waiting to keep the appointment she made. Meeting a man from the motor trade, what did we do that was wrong? Is having, we didn't know it was wrong. Fun is the one thing that money can't. Something inside that was always denied for so many years. She's leaving home, bye-bye. Porabia, hello, Porabia. How are you doing? Where do you come from? I don't recognize that handle, madam or mister. Please do feel free to introduce yourself. Porabia. Paurabia. Anyhow, that was She's Leaving Home by E. Beatle. Alicia Perso. That's my friend, the artist, the painter, the pintor. ¿Cómo está usted, Alicia? Fred, comment vas-tu, hein? Tu vas bien? Tu vas faire quoi ce soir? C'était une très belle journée, non, aujourd'hui? Tellement ensoleillé, comme on aime. So that was She's Leaving Home by E. Beatle, and that was written by Paul McCartney. John Lennon wrote some of the counterpoint lyrics, as he is wont to. And let's see, that was recorded. That's the first recording of a Beatles song where none of the Beatles played any instruments. And it was arranged by someone other than George Martin. And according to Paul, George was a little bit miffed that he wasn't asked to do the orchestral arrangement. It's not an orchestra, but a nonette. That means a 9-piece classical music collection. So it's usually winds and then violin, violoncello. I can't remember right now, but 9 people. And so that was the first time that the Beatles did that. And muy bien. Gracias, Alicia. T'as passé une bonne journée? Je suis désolé, j'oublie. En fait, je n'avais pas appris l'espagnol, mais je connais quelques mots, c'est tout. Même pas comment les chiffres, comment faire les chiffres. So let's see, and so George Martin was a bit miffed that he wasn't asked to do the arrangement. Now, if I recall correctly, The same thing happened when George wanted to put sitar on one of his songs. George Harrison wanted to put sitar on one of his songs. And so it seems like George Martin was spending a lot of time being miffed. But that's neither here nor there. If I have to cut this off quickly, I bought this printer the other day off of Le Bon Coin, which is a little bit like a Craigslist, I suppose, but not for prostitutes. Or I've never been able to buy a prostitute from Le Bon Coin. And so it doesn't work with my operating system on my computer here. So I'm going to sell it again. And some guy said he wanted it, and so I arranged for him to come between 5 and 7 p.m. And he hasn't shown up, so I hope he's okay. What else is going on? Here's the progress on my latest canvas. You see here, this is a recycled, upcycled, reclaimed, reused canvas. And what I do is I scraped all the paint off of it, and it was in bad condition, so no great loss. And then now I'm gluing paper onto it, old book pages and blueprints successively. And then I sand them down, and you get this sort of nice randomized pattern here. And then I'm going to paint over that. Probably some architecture. Ah, Mr. Amrimasor. Ok, en fait, je voudrais demander à tout le monde là, si il y a quelqu'un qui connaît une chanson ou que je peux faire une reprise pour vous. Parce que dès que maintenant, je fais mes propres chansons, mes propres compositions, et aussi les chansons de Beatle pour la plupart. George, how are you doing? Good to see you, mister. Hope all's well. Anyway, I was just asking if anyone has any song suggestions, because I'm getting a little bit weary of doing my own songs and Beatles songs. So, Fred, si tu as une idée en tête, ou Alicia, or Amrimasor, if you have a song for me to try, or Parabia. I don't know what language you're speaking, but that's fine. So anyway, what else was I going to say? Well, I think that's all. We had a beautiful day here in Paris. Light my fire. Look, good one. I'm going to write that down. Thanks. That'll be on Monday, George. So George wants Light My Fire by Idors, or Les Potes, as I like to say. Come on, baby, light my fire. Do I have to be drunk? Oh yes, Jim he's not far from here. We could, if you were here with me, we could rent a Velib and get over to his resting place in 15 minutes, I'd say. So how's the hotel, Emery? Okay, so anyway, here we go again. Got 5 minutes left. If anyone has any questions or suggestions or compliments or detractions or critiques, or if you simply want to troll, feel free. Oh, you have a funny story about Jim Morrison's grave? Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins, silently closing her bedroom door, leaving the note that she hoped would say more. She goes downstairs to the kitchen, clutching her handkerchief, quietly turning the back door key. Stepping outside, she is free. We gave her most of our lives, is leaving, sacrificed most of our lives. Home, we gave her everything money could. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Father snores as his wife gets into her dressing gown. That's a hard part right there. Picks up the letter that's lying there. Standing alone at the top of the stairs, she breaks down and cries to her husband, Daddy, our baby's gone. Why would she treat us so thoughtlessly? How could she do this to me? We never thought of ourselves, is leaving, never a thought for ourselves. Home, we struggled hard all our lives to get. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Friday morning at 9 o'clock, she is far away, waiting to keep the appointment she made, meeting a man from the motor trade. What did we do? What was wrong? He's having, we didn't know it was wrong. Fun is the one thing that money can't. Something inside that was always denied for so many years. She's leaving home. Bye bye. So when George was in Paris, he was mistaken for a tour guide by some Belgian tourists, and so he ended up getting paid to wander through Père Lachaise cemetery and making up stories. Good on you, George. That is industrious. Okay, so, well, thanks everyone for coming by. I really got to get going before I overreach the time limit here. But George, I hope you got some good weekend plans, as do all of you others. Thanks, Power Rabia. Alicia, muchas gracias. And Amri Masor, shukran katir. Take care. Take care. Bisous.